boys and girls, get ready for a treat because we are about to give you a whole lot of knowledge. We have the fourth party system, and our names are Eric Leno,
Suhang Chit,
Martin Magana,
Jameson Torres.
The colors associated with this time period are gold and green.
The time period that was associated with the fourth party system was 1893 and 1932.
Alright, the main parties were the Democrats and the Republicans.
This fourth party system started post of the depression that clouded the nation. This depression was dubbed as the Panic of 1893. This depression was elicited by the overproduction of railroads and unstable financing. The progressive era also happened during this time period. During this era, antitrust laws were prominent to combat corrupted business practices. Also during this time period, World War I from 1914 to 1918 broke out. As a result, the nation's economy was stimulated. At the end of the war, the Roaring Twenties began. This era is marked with lavish spending and partying, usually with alcohol, which was banned through the Prohibition Amendment.
The Democratic Party was the other party minority during this time period. Many Democrats believed that there should be better regulations for big businesses to prevent corruption. They fought prohibition and wanted it repealed. Furthermore, they wanted to address discriminatory problems in the U.S., such as the Ku Klux Klan. Preservation of natural habitats and resources was also on the agenda of the Democrats during this fourth party time period. One party that was most notable was the Republican Party. During this era, many policies were geared towards a small central government and a free market. The Republicans dominated this era and through this time period. A few businesses flourished greatly. For example, Andrew Carnegie dominated the steel industry through keen business tactics.
Herbert Hoover was a former politician, 31st President of the United States, 1929 to 1933. He introduced the Integrated systems to increase efficiency in the business industry. Some techniques included assembly lines and quotas for workers to meet. He wanted authority to control economic affairs throughout the Roaring Twenties. He wanted to stabilize the economy under his own whim and accord. Furthermore, he enlisted many sub-departments and communities to regulate the manufacturing industry. This helped some check corruption, but just a small portion. He was a Republican. Theodore Roosevelt served from 1901 to 1909 as president. Being born a sickly child with asthma, this did not certainly stop him from living a robust lifestyle. He was homeschooled until he attended Harvard. As the leader of the progressive movement, his most notable contribution was the Square Deal. The Square Deal promised fairness in the business industry and prevalently broke trusts. He was a big supporter in imperialism, often asserting dominance in many countries, such as Asia. Being an avid hiker and nature lover, he created national parks and monuments to improve his natural resources. He was a Republican. Woodrow Wilson was born in 1856 in Stout, Virginia. He was a statesman and widely known scholar who served as the 20th president. His campaigning garnered a lot of supporters due to his pacifist agenda and words of keeping America out of war. After coming to office, he brought America to war regardless of his campaign slogan. The war ended in armistice and the Treaty of Versailles. He was the president. He released many acts to benefit people. The Revenue Act of 1913 provided compensation for when the tariff rates dropped with the sting of income tax.
Olmsted versus United States, which was in 1928, was a Supreme Court case in which the court analyzed whether to use wire-taped private telephone conversations to be used by the federal agents. This law is a violation of the defendant rights provided by the 8th and 5th Amendment, which state that the right of people to be secured in their houses, papers, and effects shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue. Background regarding this famous case is that they would use this type of evidence in criminal trials. This case concerned many petitioners, such as Roy Olmsted, in which he stated that was a violation of his. In a 5-4 voting result, the court decided that neither amendments were violated and later returned by Katz versus United States in 1967.